Hey everybody, RetroPie guy here. So it's been a week since I posted anything here on YouTube, and a lot of people have been reaching out asking me if I fell off a cliff or anything like that, because since I started YouTube, I've typically put out 1 to 2 videos a day, almost every single day, sometimes more, sometimes a little less, if I'm super busy, but for the most part, I'm super active on here. So to go a week is totally out of the norm. So I'm gonna clue you guys in as to what I've been dealing with. YouTube actually handed me a 1-week suspension a week ago. So that's the reason I have been totally inactive on here, haven't posted any videos. And the reason for the suspension is still very unclear to me, but it was a community guidelines policy violation. So the way it works on YouTube is you get 3 strikes within a 90-day period. If you exceed that, where you go beyond 3 strikes, on the 3rd strike actually, you are fully removed from YouTube. Your channel gets totally deleted. So it's kind of a scary thing. But so to go into details here, basically they're saying that, I'll do the backstory here. I put out a gameplay demo, as I typically do. If you follow this channel, then you know I do a bunch of gameplay demos. And the purpose of those videos is just to show you how different games emulate on different systems. So I did a Street Fighter Alpha gameplay demo on the GPI case, which is the handheld Raspberry Pi console with the Pi 0W inside of it. So it's the smaller, more Game Boy looking one, not the Pi Boy, but it doesn't have the analog stick. So I just did a gameplay demo of that particular Street Fighter Alpha game on there just to show how it emulated. It was a 6-minute video, no voiceover work on it at all. It's just simply a video of me playing the game just to show how it emulates. So didn't have my voice in there. I wasn't talking about anything. I didn't say a word. So they said that that video was removed and was in a policy violation for either spam or I forget what they called it, misleading people or doing something. Basically, I'm doing something shady. It's a gameplay demo. I'm not, promoting, a controller or linking people to Amazon to buy stuff. Actually, I did put links in the description of that video to Amazon to pick up a Raspberry Pi 0W computer board, which is what goes into the GPI case. And I also put a link to get the GPI case kit itself from Amazon. So 2 Amazon links in there. Again, if you're familiar with my YouTube channel, I put Amazon links in just about every video. So that's what's kind of scary about this. They're saying that I have something spammy or misleading, or I'm doing something wrong in terms of the video somewhere. So I have to look at the video and say, okay, I'm not even in the video. I mean, my hands are, but I'm not talking about anything. I'm not, literally just not doing anything except playing a friggin' game. So I don't see any violation or any issue whatsoever with the actual video. So then I have to look at the description. The only links in there are pretty much to just Amazon for those 2 links that I just described to you. So I can't think that there's anything spammy about Amazon, because Amazon is just this massive company that everybody buys from. So I don't think there's anything misleading there. So I've brainstormed, because I reached out to YouTube, got nowhere. They gave me the option to appeal their decision. There was an option that if you think that YouTube made a mistake, hit the appeal button, write a brief description of what the video was and why you think it was not in violation. So I did all that, and I submitted it I was up really late, and when this came in, I caught it as soon as the email came in. So it was 3:01 that I submitted my appeal. I think it came in like 2:30 or something in the morning. 3:01 I filed my appeal. 3:06 I got a response from YouTube saying that they feel they made no mistake, and that they weren't going to lift my 1-week suspension. They were still going to give me that strike, and that video was forever removed. So the way that it works is, my understanding anyways, because again, YouTube's not super straightforward about everything, but my understanding is that there's some sort of algorithm that kind of combs through videos, and I'm assuming that when they see links, they kind of go through it, and if something looks off, then it would spark that violation. So then when you appeal it, the way it's supposed to work is a human being is supposed to go in there, manually look through everything, and verify that there's a mistake or there's not a mistake, and then they move forward either with the appeal process, or they just deny it, as they did for me. So 301 I submitted it, 306 they denied it. There's no way a human went in there and checked everything in that small window of time. So to me, I think it's a joke. I think that they're just, you know, denying it and not even reviewing it, in my opinion. But who knows? Just the fact that somebody was there, grabbed it. As soon as I filed the appeal, processed it, and spit it back out in, you know, 5 minutes, it seems highly unlikely to me. So I've tried to reach out to YouTube to figure out, you know, I want to know specifically where the issue is here. I'm not trying to be a pain in the ass or anything. One strike is not the end of the world for me. I've never had a strike before on YouTube in the 10 months that I've been doing videos, like I said, multiple times a day in most cases. So I'm confident that, you know, it's just a one-off sort of issue, hopefully on their end. But if it's not, I want to know what I can do to keep it from happening. And all they'll do is just keep sending me the links to, you know, these are our guidelines and these are what you need to follow. And it's like, I didn't, you know, I'm not, some of the examples of spam and stuff was like get rich quick schemes. I'm not telling anybody what to do with their money. It was taking their information to use for marketing campaign. Like I'm not taking, you know, I don't even know anybody's name for the most part on the channel unless you've reached out to me personally. Everybody has their handle. I don't know what, you know, not taking anybody's information. And then another one was, what was it? It was using traffic to like boost some metric. I don't know. It was above my pay grade. So if I don't know what it is, I'm not doing it. So I really don't see the violation, don't understand it whatsoever. But again, the scary thing for me is that there was nothing specific about that video that stood out from anything else. So if they picked up on that one and, you know, it got pinged as a violation, then my thought process is, could they just run through all my videos and just be like grabbing at things? And, you know, I could theoretically end up with 3 strikes in seconds because I have just about 300 videos on there. So there's plenty of stuff to choose from if they're, you know, looking for something specific or something is just like jumping out into their algorithm. I mean, I have really no idea, you know, what the logic is behind this or what it all means, to be perfectly honest. And like I said, getting a straightforward answer from YouTube or like actually talking to a human being is next to impossible. So at this point, I'm happy to be back. I'm grateful to be back on here. But I have no idea what I did wrong, no idea how to prevent it from happening moving forward. So it's definitely a little scary, and it's not a good feeling knowing that you've put in all this work and time into a channel that, you know, if they're just grabbing at straws, so to speak, in terms of violations and, you know, handing suspensions down to people that are definitely trying to be as compliant as possible, but, you know, there's really no firm explanation as to, you know, where that particular video went wrong, which I don't see a video where it's as basic as it gets on this channel could have had a problem. And it's not a copyright thing, because copyright things, issues with copyrights happen from time to time because you put up videos that, you know, you don't own the rights to. But the way that it works on YouTube with copyrights is if the person that holds the, you know, holds that copyright doesn't want you posting it or whatever, they can submit a request to have it removed. But I've never seen it happen. Usually what happens, like when I do videos of like a Star Wars game, for example, Disney will say, hey, we own the rights to this. And then they put in with YouTube, so you actually, if you're monetizing that video, you split the ad revenue with the copyright holder. So for a couple of my early videos, I did some Star Wars stuff, and the monetization, now that I'm monetized on YouTube, it's like 35 cents or something, like every 6 months. It's like ridiculously little on those videos, but I get, you know, 15 cents of it, and Disney gets 15 cents of it. So my camera's going off. So, you know, there's no real incentive for these copyright holders to limit what you do because they're getting a piece of it, you know what I mean? And like an old game from 25 years ago, it's certainly not damaging them or doing anything to them. So they're getting, you know, 15 cents from me, 15 cents from, you know, probably a million other people out there. So it adds up to something. So it wasn't a copyright violation or anything like that, because if it was, I could understand that at least, you know what I mean? So I got no idea what the heck's going on, but hopefully it's a one-off issue. Hopefully I don't have some ongoing problems where they're just gonna start like, nitpicking certain videos and giving me violation after violation, because I won't be here long if that's the case. They give you 3 strikes in a 90-day period. I have just about 300 videos on here, so I have plenty of videos for them to choose from if they're looking to go that route. So, if you go on YouTube one day and you can't find the RetroPie guy, that would be why. So hopefully it doesn't come down to that. That would be definitely not fun, but they're not getting rid of me that easy. I'll be back under a new name or something. I'll be wearing a mask or something like that, talking about what RetroPie guy. Never heard of him. So if you can't find me, reach out to me, hit us up on the website or something like that, because I will be back if it comes down to that. 100%. Somehow, some way. Not going away that easy. So we'll see what happens, but thanks to everybody that reached out and was wondering, what's going on. I'm still alive, still kicking, just been dealing with that. So I've been working on some videos though, so I'm going to bombard you guys with videos, because for a week now I've not been able to post anything. So I filmed a bunch of stuff, a lot of stuff in the works, going to keep pushing forward, and hopefully YouTube doesn't want to go another couple rounds with me, because I don't want that action. So we'll see what happens. Thanks for the support, guys. Really appreciate it. We'll see you guys soon.